Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Today I will tell you a very cute and a little bit magical story about a cat for kids. Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a beautiful white cat. She was the favorite pet of the king and the queen. They loved her so much because she was not only beautiful, but also kind and intelligent. The cat spent her days playing with the royal children, chasing butterflies and napping in the warm sunbeams. She loved to watch the birds playing in the sky and dreamed of flying like them one day. Every evening when the sun dipped below the horizon, the cat would curl up on the royal couple's bed and purr softly as they told her magical stories of brave knights and far-off lands. The cat listened intently, her eyes wide with wonder. She loved these bedtime stories so much that she would often ask them to please tell her more stories. One night, while the king and the queen were telling the cat a particularly exciting story, she suddenly stopped listening. Her ears perked up and her eyes grew wide with excitement. A tiny meow escaped her lips as she stared intently at the window. The king and the queen noticed her strange behavior and followed her gaze to see what had caught her attention. Outside on a tree branch, they saw a small bird with ruffled feathers and a broken wing. It was trying its best to flap its wings and fly away, but it just couldn't seem to get off the ground. Without hesitation, the cat jumped out of the window and landed gracefully on the tree branch beside the bird. The king and the queen watched with bated breath as the cat nudged the bird gently with her nose. To their astonishment, the bird understood the cat and spoke to her in a tiny voice. "Thank you for helping me," said the bird. "I have a magic feather that I can give you if you help me reach my nest." The cat hesitated for a moment, torn between her love for her comfortable life at the palace and her desire to help the bird. But looking into the bird's pleading eyes, she knew she had to do something. With a determined meow, the cat scooped the bird into her mouth and started making her way back to the palace. As she climbed through the window, the king and the queen rushed to her side, their faces etched with concern. But when they saw the bird in the cat's mouth, their eyes widened with surprise. The cat gently placed the bird on the bed and watched as it fluttered its wings and hopped away, chirping happily. The bird flew to the windowsill and dropped the magic feather on the royal couple's bed before taking off into the night sky. The king and the queen looked at each other in bewilderment, wondering what to do with the feather. Suddenly, the cat jumped onto the bed and rubbed against the feather, purring loudly. And as she did, the feather began to glow with a soft, ethereal light. The king and the queen gasped in amazement as they watched the feather transform into a beautiful white dress. The dress shimmered and sparkled, and it was unlike anything they had ever seen before. The cat looked at the dress and then back at the king and the queen, meowing softly. It was clear to the royal couple that the dress was meant for her. They helped the cat put on the dress, and it fit her perfectly. It was as if the dress had been made just for her. The king and the queen were overjoyed to see how beautiful the cat looked in the dress. But they couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness knowing that she would never be able to play with it again. As if sensing their sadness, the cat jumped off the bed and ran to the window. She meowed sadly, looking out into the night sky. The king and the queen gathered around her, stroking her fur and whispering words of comfort. Then, as if an idea had just struck her, the cat turned to them with a newfound determination in her eyes. She led them to the window and meowed insistently, urging them to follow her. The king and the queen, curious about what she was trying to show them, followed her outside into the night. The cat then took off into the sky, flying alongside birds and looking back at them every now and then to make sure they were following. The king and the queen watched in awe as the cat disappeared into the distance, her white dress shimmering in the moonlight. They knew that she was no ordinary cat, but a magical creature who had come into their lives to teach them valuable lessons about kindness, compassion, and courage. Now you know a very cute story. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel and comment down below your favorite character from this story. We will read all the comments. See you next time. Bye bye.